Hi, everybody out there. Let us talk about something very relevant and very important in today's world, and that is meditation. Undoubtedly, it is important to know about meditation. It is very useful to do meditation and at the same time get aware of the fact that meditation has no relation with any religion, any spirituality, and any guru. Since ever, numerous religions and many gurus have claimed their stake over meditation. They have evolved different methods of meditation, which they have given different names, but in fact, meditation is a very natural process. It is inherent in our brains. Just because we are not aware of this fact, we think that meditation is something divine and something paranormal. Having known that, let us talk about why meditation is important and what is the need to do meditation. Now, as we all are aware, our entire world is focused on our thoughts, and our thoughts, they arise from inputs of our senses. And what are those inputs? Those inputs are visual inputs, auditory inputs, and sometimes other inputs that we receive from our surroundings. Just to quote an example, if you happen to note a person you do not like, it triggers a reaction in your brain and it triggers a chain of thoughts related to that person and related to event which was unpleasant and which you had to experience with that person. On the contrary, if you happen to see a beautiful girl, if you see a lady you like, it triggers a different type of reaction in your brain. It triggers a different line of thoughts in your brain, and you think over those thoughts, you munch over those thoughts, you ruminate over those thoughts. The difference here is in neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are nothing but chemicals that are related to good thoughts or bad thoughts. I will not go into scientific details and I will not name any neurotransmitters. Just understand that some chemicals are released in the brain with after you have a bad experience or a bad thought or a bad memory, and other group of chemicals are secreted when you have a good thought or a good input or you relive a good memory. So now you understand that there are two different chemicals. One is associated with bad thoughts, bad experiences, bad memories, and another is that associated with good thoughts, good experiences, and good memories. So it depends on your lifestyle, it depends on your personality, and it depends on your surroundings. There are people who are unfortunate who keep on experiencing bad memories, bad interactions, and bad thoughts. So, if we are continuously thinking about negative facts of life, you are thinking about unpleasant or unfavorable situations, the chemicals associated with bad feelings increase and accumulate in your brain. When the bad chemicals accumulate in your brain, you keep on feeling bad. And when you keep on feeling bad, what happens? that you develop worry, anxiety, and at the far end, and the worst possibility, depression. The other part where good thoughts, good memories, and good experiences are associated, the chemicals associated with good things, they do not accumulate. So there is not a situation until and unless you are an addict where you keep on feeling good. You may keep on feeling bad, but it is unlikely that you may keep on feeling good. The reason is that neurochemicals accumulate associated with bad things, they accumulate in your brain, but neurochemicals associated with good things, they are released and very soon they are disposed of. So what do you do with these chemicals? What do you do with these accumulated neurochemicals? Just to get rid of this chemical pool, you have to break the chain of thoughts. And there is only one way to break the chain of thoughts. You have to get rid of the thinking process. You have to stop your thinking process. How do you stop your thinking process? There are two ways to stop your thinking process. Either you focus on your breath or you focus on your body. So, when you close your eyes and you focus on your breath, incoming breath, outgoing breath, incoming breath, outgoing breath, you divert your brain from thinking to focusing on breathing. Another way of stopping the chain of thoughts is to focus on your body. So if you close your eyes, sit in any posture, whether you are sitting on a chair, whether you are reclining on a sofa, or whether you are lying down on a bed, you don't need a particular posture even for meditation. And you focus yourself on your body. So you focus your attention on your nose, you focus your attention on your ears, you focus your attention on your legs. You again stop the process of thinking. And this is just what meditation is. Meditation is nothing but focusing your attention either on your breath or on your body. You may focus on your body as a whole, or you may focus on different parts at different times, or you may develop a chain where you move from one body part to another body part. So when you focus your brain on your breath or on your body, you stop the thinking process. What happens when the thinking process stops? And you stop it for a while, for 10 minutes to start with, and up to 30 minutes. The neurochemicals that are accumulated in your brain, that are collected in your brain, they are gradually reabsorbed. So they don't have a prolonged effect. The greatest advantage of meditation is that it breaks the experiences associated with neurochemicals that were secreted in response to negative inputs. So this is what meditation does. And this is how you meditate. You don't need to go to a temple, a mosque, a church, or to a guru. You simply close your eyes and you focus your attention on a breath. You do that for 5 minutes to start with. Then you gradually increase the time. When you begin, it will be a very disturbing and it will be a very insignificant process. But if you keep on doing it, you will become a master, and gradually you will be rid of your thoughts, and you will reach a stage where even while you are not meditating, you will be able to control your thoughts. So after meditating for a long time, for a year, you develop the capacity to stop your thought process. So whenever a negative thought starts, you notice it and you can stop it right there. So this is what meditation teaches you, and this is what you call as empowerment, which you gain by meditation. Now, what is the science of meditation? The science of meditation is that when you focus on your breath, you focus on your body parts, what happens is that the chain of thoughts which is interrupted, which is broken, which is stopped, you stop the release of negative neurochemicals associated with bad experiences, bad thoughts, and bad memories. So, in contrast to accumulation of bad neurochemicals, the good neurochemicals, they start dominating, or their quantity is comparatively higher in comparison to negative neurochemicals. So you feel a state where you are easy, where you are comfortable, where you are relaxed. Meditation never makes you ecstatic. Meditation hardly makes anybody enlightened. So don't give to these misconceptions. Just understand the simple truth that you need to break your thought process, and you need to get rid of bad neurochemicals which you accumulate in your brain after a bad experience, bad thought, or bad memory. And the easiest way to stop the thinking process is to focus on your breath or on your body. And this is what meditation is. So just go anywhere in a quiet room, sit in a comfortable posture, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Do this for 5 minutes, do this for 10 minutes, do this regularly, increase the time for a reasonable limit, and you will become a master of meditation, and you will become a very different person. So I hope I have given you something that is useful, that is relevant, and that will make a difference in your life. So happy meditating. All the best. Goodbye.